Well, in the face of the war in Ukraine, the solidarity is being offered around Europe extends to the world of culture. And our culture editor, Eve Jackson, is here. Hi, Eve.
Hi there.
So what can you tell us?
Well, let's start with some relatively good news. The Kyiv City Ballet has been offered a residency here in Paris at the Châtelet Theatre. The troupe of 30 dancers who are all between the ages of 18 and 32 were here in France on tour with the Nutcracker when the war broke out, and they got stranded here. Tonight, they'll be putting on a performance at the Châtelet Theatre in support of their friends and family back home and the rest of the Ukrainian people. They'll be joined by performers from Paris's National Opera and the Rhine National Opera. Now, around 70 artists will be there. It will kick off with a public dance lesson. Then there'll be highlights from the Nutcracker and Swan Lake, and it will end with a concert of Ukrainian music. Now, the proceeds will go to the French Red Cross and to Acted to help the humanitarian situation. Meanwhile, another ballet company from Ukraine, the Kyiv Grand Ballet, have just wrapped up their tour here in France. For them, the future is very unclear, as Catherine Viette reports.
Singing the national anthem of Ukraine as they conclude their 2-month tour of France. Members of the Kyiv Grand Ballet say it's been hard to smile and keep dancing while Russia continues to bomb their country.
Of course, it's not that easy to dance with this anxiety, this worry in our hearts. I have family back in Ukraine. On stage, I have to dance well, keep my concentration, and also smile, even if I don't feel like it.
Between acts, the dancers anxiously check their phones for updates. Members of the troupe say they can't return to Ukraine.
I haven't decided anything for the next step. Maybe I'll go to Germany to see if I can be recruited by a German company. I don't know what I'll be able to do. I can't go back.
As the dancers of the Kyiv Grand Ballet face an uncertain future, another ballet troupe is touring France, Russia's St. Petersburg Festival Ballet. In addition to Russian dancers, there are Ukrainians and Moldovans and other nationalities.
Nous sommes contre la guerre.
Before each performance, an announcement that the ballet company is against the war, and then a moment of silence to honor the memory of the victims, followed by the Ukrainian national anthem. The company's prima ballerina said the ballet troupe is a close-knit family that supports each other.
At the moment, I don't know if I'll return to Russia. I'm Russian, but my husband is Ukrainian, and I love Ukraine. When we dance, it's like a breath of fresh air. We are very united, and we have to support each other. We want peace.
As the dancers come together for this performance of Sleeping Beauty, they hope that unity will bring some comfort.
And so, Eve, there's another concert taking place tonight here in Paris in support of the Ukrainian people.
That's right. Two of France's big broadcasters, the radio station France Inter and the TV channel France 2, or France 2, hosting a joint concert this evening from 9 p.m. Paris time called Unite for Ukraine, with proceeds going to help the humanitarian situation there. Now, among the performers are Carla Bruni, Indochine, Jane Birkin and Angelique Kidjo. The evening will be led by the Franco-Georgian pianist Katia Benishvili.
Okay, and Paris Fashion Week has continued under the shadow of the Ukraine war.
Well, as you can imagine, some fashion designers have spoken publicly about their struggle to find the right tone this week for Paris Fashion Week, for their shows and to carry on with the events while the Ukraine crisis continues. But they have found ways to reflect the situation on the catwalk. Stella McCartney closed her show at Fashion Week at the Pompidou Centre with John Lennon's anti-war ballad, Give Peace a Chance.
Creation brings hope, and it brings light, and it can bring escapism, and I think that, those are very valuable things at times like this too. I mean, even just walking around the Pompidou now can take you away for a moment, but I think at the end of the day our hearts and our minds are constantly with the people of Ukraine. So
So Stella McCartney also expressed her support for the suspension of commercial activities in Russia by several global fashion brands, including LVMH, a partner in her fashion label, Hermes and Chanel.
Yeah, we're seeing how this war is really touching pretty much every facet of our culture and life. Okay, Eve, thanks so much.